Hey buddy, this is Dr. Dan. I want to make like another video just to show you how to run flow simulation in SOLIDWORKS. And so I already have some videos out there that demonstrate running flow simulation and some of the things you might have to do, but they're a little older. And so I just wanted to kind of give you some additional resources. This is a drawing of something we left off with in class, last time we had class. And so I made our quote unquote pipe structure with three different things. We have our extrude, we have our sweep, and we have our loft, right? And so we did all the different things. We did them with surfaces, and then we knitted the surfaces together, and then we thickened them. And that's how we made our solid, okay? And so then we could run flow simulation of stuff going through this network of pipes or this network of blood vessels, whatever you want to call it. I know it doesn't quite represent blood vessels at this point, but you can imagine that we could draw something that would better represent blood vessels. And so again, this video, I'm going to hit some of the things you have to do. One of the things we didn't do last time when we were constructing this is making like the edges filleted to make like a smoother transition. Most real blood vessels wouldn't have just like this at this intersection here. If we looked inside, right, it wouldn't just be that sharp transition from one to the other. It'd be like kind of smooth. And so we can actually do that using the fillet tool. So since I've already thickened, what I can do is just roll back before the thicken. And now we just are at surfaces again. And so what I can do is I can fillet really just these two edges. I think the only ones that need filleted, this edge here and this edge here. And I can fillet those and make them smoother transitions. So I can go to Insert, Surface, Fillet. Okay, and it wants to know what items to fillet. We could do them both at the same time. I find maybe there's better success doing each edge separately because maybe you want to fillet each edge a little bit different. Okay, and so I have it on full preview. You can turn on a certain amount of preview. So this is how we know it's going to be able to work, is if we see it kind of showing up. You might have accidentally had this, or it might have come no preview, and you're like, oh, why isn't it working? So I definitely recommend putting the full preview on so you can see that it's working. There's some parameters here about symmetric versus asymmetric, multi-radius, all that stuff. I'm just going to keep it simple, symmetric. You could change this radius of fillet to whatever you want. And I'm just gonna, okay, so I wanted to show you like, hey, I put 10 millimeter and it's not happy with me. So it doesn't like a 10 millimeter fillet. That's why it's not showing up. So I could do, small, whatever I really want. So maybe I want to do 5 millimeter on this, right? Just to make it, that's a really smooth transition between those two shapes. Okay, so I'll hit check on that. And so it made that nice smooth transition in there. Okay, and now I want to do the other one, so I can do Insert, Surface, Fillet. Again, it's the same deal. Okay, and so this is maybe why you want to do them differently, because for this one the 5 millimeter didn't work. I suspect it's because there's not 5 millimeters of distance between here and there. So I can reduce this, maybe 2 is fine. All right, so I can do 3 mil. I'll do 3 millimeter on there and hit OK, check. Right, so I have a much smoother transition, which is nice. And now hopefully we'll roll back down and it will thicken it, and it did. Sometimes you might run into thickening errors, and so you might have to change the fillet parameters, or you might have to change the thicken parameters. I think I thickened this to the outside 1 millimeter. And sometimes, that might be too much, 1 millimeter, depending on what your shape is like. So it only has to be thickened a little bit in order to be considered a solid. Okay, so now we do have our shape here. The first thing we need to do before we run flow simulation is that we need to put lids on all the entrances, because you can only run flow simulation in something that's completely enclosed. Okay, so we have 4 openings in this. 1, 2, 3, 4 that we need to put lids over. Now, the way we're going to do lids is just an extrusion. And I just want to point out there's a couple tricks when making lids. Okay, one of the tricks is you have to make sure that you extrude into the blood vessel or the pipe or whatever you want to call it. The other thing is we're going to want to make sure we uncheck merge result. Now I'll show you why. Okay, so let's go ahead and make some lids. So the first lid we're going to make using this sketch, right, that we've already defined. It's already on that plane 3 right there. So I'm going to find that sketch. It's under my loft. It's sketch 6. Okay. And so now I can go to the extruded boss base. Okay. So you can see it's trying to extrude it out by a certain distance. You don't have to extrude very far. Again, just a little bit. So I don't know. I'll stick to 1 millimeter, I guess. And I can press this to switch direction so it extrudes in. Okay, and that works fine. And so I told you I'd like to make sure you don't do the merge result. And so I'm going to keep merge result checked. I'll hit check, see if it works. Okay, so it says, yeah, unable to create this. Okay, 0 thickness. So whatever that means. If you don't want to see that, just unclick merge result. And so that means it will make that lid a separate solid that's different than the regular solid. Okay, and so there is our Boss Extrude 7. And I could rename this. I could rename it. There it is. Rename to lid 1 or something like that. Okay, so that lid is done. Let's go ahead and do another lid here. We'll do this lid. This is a result of our extrusion. So I'm going to find that sketch right there. And I'm going to, again, extrude from that sketch. Okay, again, we want it to go in, not merge result. All right, I got that one. Again, I'm just going to rename it to lid 2. Okay, now our other ones are a little bit trickier. So ideally, I could click on this inner thing and hit extrude. But it says select a plane, planar face, or edge on which to sketch the featured cross-section. Okay, and so I don't really have a plane defined there. Existing sketch, I don't have a sketch defined there, right? And it's the same issue on this sweep here, is I don't have a sketch or a plane defined at that end, right? So I'm going to get out of this, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use our reference geometry to create a plane and create sketches at both those entrances. Okay, so I'll zoom in here. I'll go ahead and do insert reference geometry plane, and we'll select that edge. So that will make our plane right there. You can see it's fully defined. Check. Okay, this plane, you can stretch it and make it however big you want. It doesn't really matter. It is truly a plane, which means infinite in any direction. And then we could do a sketch on that plane. So I'm going to choose the plane, insert a sketch. Okay. And now I want a sketch that is the inner edge here. So I'm going to select that inner edge. And I'm going to press this button, Convert Entities. And so that means convert what I have selected into a sketch. So I do that. It makes it black. I hit Exit Sketch. And so there is our sketch. It is sketch 11 on here. Okay, and so now I can do extruded. And same thing as before. We're going to make sure it goes in. We're going to uncheck merge result and hit check. And this will be lid 3. And I'm going to do the same thing with this opening. I'm going to insert a plane. On that plane, I'm going to insert a sketch, which again, I'm selecting this inner edge. I'm going to convert entities to a sketch. So that becomes sketch 12. Exit that sketch. And now I just want to rotate so I can see it. I'm going to extrude. Okay, again, we want to go in. We want to not merge result and hit check. Okay, there we go. Rename this one to lid 4. So we got our 4 lids made. Now we have a completely enclosed solid. okay, that's hollow in there, and we can run flow simulation inside of that. One of the things you might want to do before doing flow simulation is hiding some of this stuff that's kind of ugly and gets in your way. So definitely all those planes, right? I'm just going to right click, hide the plane, hide the plane. Also, there's a couple sketches in here, like this sketch and this sketch. Try to find where those are. Oh, there they are. Sketch 1 and sketch 2. I want to hide those things. Right? Just make it a little bit easier. And then finally, the last thing that is useful so that you can see inside what's going on is on the thicken, you're going to right click and you're going to just change transparency. Right? And so you're going to make it transparent. Okay, so we can see inside. We could do the same thing with the lids. I'm going to keep the lids non-transparent for now because we are going to have to select the surface of the lids. And I find that just keeping the lids non-transparent helps. The other thing is, see those lines in here? Those look kind of ugly. So I can change this, the display style. Instead of shaded with edges, just go just pure shaded. And so that looks nice, right? That looks like our blood vessel that we wanted to see what flow sim looks like. So that's how you set up your model for flow simulation.